Hi, I'm Stella Skye, and you're watching Orgasm Central TV.
How did you get started in this industry?
Uh, so originally I cammed on my free cams back in like 2011, 2012. I would actually cam from my dorm room. And then I stopped for a long time. And I was training at a gym, and one of my coworkers, who is another trainer, was telling me he and his wife were doing streams on Chatterbait. And I was like, oh yeah, I used to do that. I used to cam. Maybe I could try camming again. And went back on Chatterbait. And then from there, went into OnlyFans. And then now, as of August, I started doing mainstream as well.
Okay, and what do you love most about the work?
Really, I do enjoy learning. It's been great to learn about all aspects of this process from creating content, editing, marketing. You have to do a lot of different jobs to really promote yourself, create content. So learning has been amazing. I've really dove in headfirst into attending seminars and going to expos and learning all I can, especially from people who have been in the business longer than I have. And the other thing that I really like is I have made some amazing friends, some of the coolest people, nicest people, most genuine people that I've met in this industry.
I've definitely gotten a lot of this like similar answers. Like people always say, when I ask them what you like most about the work, it's the people.
Yeah, I think because we're all in sex work and we're in this industry that is not accepted everywhere. There is a level of like, we're in this together, I think. And it attracts also maybe a lot of people who think in similar ways, a lot of oddballs, a lot of ADHD or uh, otherwise very creative people tend to be drawn in. Maybe it's the schedule, I don't know. The freedom.
Yeah, that might be it. But what was your favorite scene to shoot ever?
So I've just done a VR that I really enjoyed. VR is so different in that you are, as the actress, you're in control of the whole scene. The guy behind the camera can't talk because it kind of ruins that fourth wall or first person effect. So you're running the whole show. The dialogue is on you. And I like that. I kind of laugh and call myself a control freak because I want to manage everything as much as I can with my content. I like to make sure it's coming out just the way I like it and things are being presented just the way I like it. So I did love that with VR, it was fully within my control. I know some people don't like it as much because of that, because it really puts it all on that actress. And some people like to be able to play off of other people, which is fun too. But I found that especially fun.
So, like in the future, what studios are you just dying to shoot with?
I have been trying to nail down a shoot with pogged.com because I think that will suit my audience very well. I'm known for my butt. That is my asset. And so pogged.com is somebody that I would like to shoot with. Um, I mean, there's a lot. It would be cool. I don't know if I am alternative enough to shoot for, something inked or Evil Angel, something like that, but that would also be a treat.
Yeah, there's
Got
also black.
tattoos.
I mean, there's also blacked brazzers.
Yeah, Brazzers would be amazing, of course. Absolutely. And so many different studios under that Blacked brand as well. Any of
Yeah,
those would be incredible.
yeah. If you do femdom, there's also American Mean Girls or stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. I My fans do love to be dominated. They lean into the muscle mommy and they want me to either show off how much stronger I am and flex for them, or even go as far as degrading them and telling them that they're little weaklings and they could never hope to, be as big and strong as I am. That is certainly something my fans like.
I, well, to each his own.
To each his own. And I do like it because it does make me feel like that is something that I've been lifting for almost 15 years now. And something that drew me into lifting and strength training and working out in the first place was how powerful it made you feel, especially deadlifts. Like nothing makes you feel stronger than picking up like 200 pounds off the ground. Like you feel like a badass bitch. So to have that confirmed and to be a turn on for somebody, that works for me.
Christ, 200, shit, 200 pounds?
My heaviest is 225. I think I got to about two plates, maybe a little heavier. And then at that point, I was kind of like, well, how heavy am I trying to lift? So now I focus on other things. You can only go so heavy until you become a power lifter.
Oh, yeah. So, wait, how tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
5 foot. Because I only ask because, like, I'm 6 feet, 130. So, uh, I guess way you describe yourself, you could probably snap me like a twig.
Oh,
But
I could probably clean you. I could clean you up over my head, clean and jerk you. That's what it's a clean and jerk is what it's called.
yeah, just be gentle. I bruise like a grape. But then,
For perspective, I'm like 150 pounds.
okay, okay. Um, so okay, here's one of those long-winded questions. Like, uh, according to the 2022 Free Speech Coalition, 46% of adult workers have been restricted on services like PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. 36% of adult performers have lost at least one bank account. 55% have been denied insurance because of their background, and 50% have been denied a loan because of sex work. What do you think of those statistics?
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, I'm actually one of those statistics. I've been denied at a bank to bring my business to the bank and to bank through them. That's happened to me. And I know people personally who have had bank accounts shut down. I know someone whose their business isn't adult, but they serve adult partners, and their payroll processor even shut them down. And they're not even producing adult content. They're just associating. So it's discrimination. And what it really comes from is one, federal law, and a lot of banks won't touch. It's very similar to like marijuana law or CBD, like what the bank quoted me, because they basically asked me point blank if there's any adult content. And I'm not going to lie. And they said, well, we won't do anything with adult content, adult industry, CBD, marijuana. So it kind of falls under that blanket of federal law where some banks won't touch it. And then another big part of it when it comes to payment processors, PayPal, Cash App, those things, that has to do with credit card companies. And I don't know what their excuse is to have obscenity laws baked into their clauses. Um, Conservatism, I'm not sure. I don't think it's that they have to legally. Obviously, there's things that are illegal. But for credit card companies to not want to handle things like P-Kink, for example, that's why it's so hard to find a platform that will let you post things with P in them, because it goes against the credit card, Visa and MasterCard. So I think it's terrible. It's discrimination. Understand why it's happening and where it comes from. I do think things need to change, and I'm happy to see that things like the Free Speech Coalition, they have been uh, taking government to task on these subjects. So I'm happy that they are, and I'm happy to support them.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from FOSTA SESTA,
You're
where
right.
I oh, you heard of that too?
Yes. Yeah.
So,
So I
and
mean, right, there were a lot of things that shuttered online when that was passed. And I think they used that to take down back pages, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think another woman told me about that. Like Backpages was no more because I think one dominatrix said that because of Foster Sesta, she was retired and she had to come out of retirement because of it, just to like earn and pay her bills. So yeah, there's that. And but what do you think people can do to help sex workers?
What can people do to help sex workers? I mean, directly, they can donate money to things like sex worker aid and the Cupcake Girls and nonprofits that are set up to help sex workers, pineapple support. So that's a way to give directly to the adult industry community, and they provide services to help sex workers get representation in court or to seek therapy. They offer so many resources for sex workers. So donating money directly to these types of nonprofit organizations is one. Another is to, I mean, this is a big ask, but get to know somebody who works in sex work and honestly, like try to understand them and see it from their point of view. I think the biggest thing that people are missing is where they think of us as just this other, but you probably know someone who does it. I mean, how many, there's a million people creating on OnlyFans. You statistically, you know someone. So if you can see that person that you know as a person, as a human, and understand how access to banking affects them or access to healthcare affects them negatively, I think you'd be more likely to support them politically or with your money.
So what makes you stand out in this industry as a performer?
As a performer, that's a great question. Requires some self-reflection. I think something that I bring to every set is a very good vibe, and I am a very much a person that would like to make every experience for everyone a good experience. So whatever I can do to bring to that set to make sure that everybody is feeling safe and having a good time and feeling heard, those are things that I like to bring, and some laughs and spontaneity. I am in general just a kind of fun, giggly person when it comes to my personality. So I do bring that everywhere I go.
So how do you want people to remember you in this industry and when you're dead and gone?
When I'm dead and gone, I would honestly like them to remember me as somebody who always would take the time to teach people and help uplift other people in the industry. Whenever there's somebody asking me for help or advice, I'm happy to lend whatever I have learned because it does not hurt me to share what I have learned with other people. And it's up to them to use that knowledge or not. But if I can be remembered as somebody who was helpful and a teacher, that would mean a lot to me.
And one last question, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Good Lord, that is a difficult question because I ask myself very frequently, what am I doing right now? Because I'm wearing many, many different hats in my life at this time. And I am not sure how many of them I'm going to be wearing. I'm not sure if I should continue splitting my attention in so many directions. So I'm not 100% sure. I do know that I will still be with my lovely boyfriend Rocco, and I would think we'll probably maybe still be in Las Vegas, but probably around 5 years or so, I would like to move back to California. I miss the ocean so much. So probably in a house in California with Rocco. I will probably still be in the adult industry. It's just something that I find comes really natural to me. It's been something that's been on my mind since I was too young to do it. I'd always had kind of like an interesting thought in the head about working in porn and in the adult industry. So I would reckon I'd still be doing it. But aside from that, I there's so many possibilities at the moment. I I've been trying on a direction to pick and I haven't really chosen yet.
That's fair to say. Anything can happen.
Yeah. I feel like I am at a crossroads at my life right now. I'm kind of early 30s, going to kind of pick how the next decade is going to go because it's so different. When I think about where I was when I started my 20s and where I finished my 20s, those are pretty much totally different people living in different places, different jobs, different boyfriends, living in different, like I moved across the country. So it's hard to tell. A lot can change in 5 years.